But here's my question. My question for me, a question for all of you out there, which is, what are you going to do next? Right? So a wholesale repudiation of Donald Trump is not going to materialize. We are living in a settler colonizing nation that was founded on genocide and slavery. Our institutions have been constructed on this foundation, and they reflect their racist origins and reify them in law and public policy. Trump's only the latest Republican leader to embrace this racism and to gain supporters using these kinds of racist appeals and racist messages. For millions of white Americans, this is a feature and not a bug. For the rest of his supporters, it was at least tolerable, so long as their white prerogatives are protected. Sure, others gave Trump support too, but my question stands, right? What are you going to do next in response to this? I think the activism that we're seeing today is a big part of what gives me hope, and maybe just a little bit more specifically, the activism of young people, right? Like when I talk to my students, when I hear their questions in class, I just can't help but feeling hopeful about the future. And you know, when I see these maps, right? If all 18 to 25-year-olds had voted, for example, and you see this wave of blue, I just can't help but feel heartened. And you know, the through line for me in my comments in this has been about race. So I can't help but go back there. And I'm not the first political scientist to suggest this, but Trump has actually done some good on this issue in the sense of making it really, really clear to millions and millions of Americans that racism is alive in this country, that it's still a scourge that needs to be addressed, that will continue to plague our politics. And so, you know, going back to the young people, right? I think it was easy for young people before Trump to think, well, it's not really a big problem. It's not something that is explicit and open in our politics today. And I think Trump has made it very clear that that's no longer the case. And young people, they're listening. And I know you are, and I thank you for it.